Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.
Next one, next one, next one.
Well, you are about to do some crazy shit and break into a community that you built and lost. I get it.
Your community and mine were lost in very different ways.
You
Yes.
think I don't understand the losing side of a massacre?
No families.
Then where'd Aaron get crazy?
You can't debate battle plans with me. That wasn't cruelty.
Look, all I'm saying is that I remember when my home was invaded and my people were killed. People that felt a loss that I couldn't heal. And I had to explain to them why their leader failed to protect them.
You killed people who had families. And you did it in front of their families.
The way that you were doing stuff, Negan, you can't.
Now, Mac.
You're saying you do things differently?
Big question.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could do it all over again, I'd have killed every single one of you.
He's honest. You can't.
Why would you say that?
We gotta do whatever we can to protect our people, right? I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this.
Why would you say that to me?
Because he knows that you can understand. You're trying to do that
We had a good day, you and
to kill all of the people who killed
I. And the
yours.
only way this works, Maggie, is if we're honest.
That was a powerful conversation for both of them, for their relationship also.
Who's new? I got antibiotics, painkillers, IV fluids. Thank you. Truly, Frank.
Happy to do it. Glad everyone's
I'm
okay.
glad.
Good news. It's still there.
You run into any of them?
No.
Gabriel, I said it. I have trouble to trust you this season. Come on, Eugene. Save these guys, you know, with all of these privileges. Maybe it can help us.
Thanks, partner.
The teamwork is off.
I love you.
What the hell was that about?
Excuse me.
You were gonna die.
Saved your life.
We have private security for that.
Where are they?
I'm just not used to talking to a plebeian, so this is
Oh, someone use their dictionary.
Hey, Eugene.
Now, just a minute.
You have no idea what you're talking
Eugene.
Oh,
Do it yourself, Stephanie, come on. Where was
Stupid bitch!
your personal security?
I was being, well, an asshole.
Look, we're so sorry.
She knows who he is.
This is all your fault, sir. What the hell were you? And then this dumb shit rolled up and attacked me.
Saved you.
Did you hear? Yes, but
Don't you know who that is?
Milton, kid. No. Really? The old world.
You're part of the new group that came in, right? Yes, of course I'll do it now. I'm afraid Miss Milton will have to reschedule. Someone just attacked her son.
Her son is stupid. And if she doesn't know that about her son, she is stupid too.
You're supposed to save him. Protect the governor's son. You'd have been a hero. Could have asked for anything. You want out. Now the price is higher. I need the name of your town and how to get there.
that is beyond my purview.
This is home. Your friends can keep killing walkers.
Eugene?
If I were to disclose those coordinates, what guarantee could you provide for my community's safety?
Think how we've treated you. All the chances you've gotten.
It's not a direct reply to my query.
We need guarantees, you know. Eugene, don't break. Not so fast. Yes, you. Too much. Was it the plan? With Yumiko taking your brother? Oof. Are you the new alpha, Maggie? Like... Ah. and you're saying the truth.
See,
You need to take yourself and run. Don't ever come back here. Go with your dad. Go ahead, Anne. Don't be afraid.
You all know that it's too late for her, okay? But Leah, are you really not obeying to Pop? It would be a good sign.
Oh, thank God for you. He answered my prayers. They were never gonna leave while I was still alive. I'm ready.
He's gonna do it for you.
what are you gonna tell Pop?
That you killed him. It'll be good for you.
It's a good sign. Leah, it's a good sign. You're not blindly obeying to Pop. I don't know if you can switch, but at least maybe at some point you can disobey, you can do something.
Something I need to tell you.
No! Daryl, not so fast. I said maybe one day she can follow you. Not right now. Is it his sister? Don't. Oh, it's so rough. You want your revenge. You can't break right now. You're coming for them. That was rough. That final scene was really rough. All of this conversation, you know, between Maggie and Negan really made me think. He was sincere about what he said, and in a way he was right. Yes, he was fighting for his community. Yes, he was sad to lose people. Yes, people in his community lost some of their friends, some of their families, and because of that they wanted revenge. And that's what Maggie is doing right now. That's what Maggie is feeling right now also. And that's what Maggie's people are living right now. Like, yes, for that they lived the same. But of course we can't be like, oh, poor Negan and all, because that Negan that he was during that moment and how he was leading his community and how he was functioning with them, but also with the ones out of his community, I can't agree with that. It was his rules and he thought that it was good ones. That's not a community that I can agree with and that I can be okay with. But yes, for how they were dealing with the enemies, they were dealing the same. Being sad when some of your people are being killed and making everything to have a revenge against the ones who hurt them. They are doing the same. It's a big question, you know, since a long time into The Walking Dead. Groups like that who are trying to survive and who are attacking each other, but you can see that each of these groups, they are doing that to stay alive, and at some point they understand that they are the same for that. Can they continue to do that for a long time, all of these groups? I want to say yes, because I can't see a way for them to really be allies, true allies. Like right there, Pop group, what they are doing and all, it's the same. They want revenge, they want to be sure that they're not going to be attacked back and all, they want to protect themselves. But we can't make them our allies. Pop, how he's doing stuff and all, I can't see that happening. But the fact that Leah did that during this episode, it's a good sign. For Leah, for sure, because maybe at some point she's going to disobey to Pop again and she can follow Daryl. But I don't think that she can betray Pop. You know, she can disobey but not betray. That's why I was saying, Daryl, don't tell her the truth right now, you can't do that. It's too fast, too quick. Maybe if Pop would die Leah would take the lead of this group, and maybe because of that we can not make an alliance with her, but at least not be at war with our group. The Commonwealth group, how they are dealing with stuff, like Hornsby, we can't trust him. He is the kind of man of that kind of society, you know, the old world for them and our actual world. The kind of guy who is playing with powers, you know, is playing with stuff to take advantage of situations and people. Right there, you know, to take her brother, it was to make her do that for him. Right there also to help Ezekiel, it was to make them work for him willingly. He's the kind of man who is gonna play with powers and people just to have the advantage of the situation. So we can't trust him, and because of that also I'm not so fond, you know, of the Commonwealth. Before that I was giving them the benefits of the doubt because of Yumiko's brother and the fact that he was not a surgeon into that society, and I thought that it was because he chose to not be a surgeon and they accepted it. In fact, not at all. He said during this episode that they didn't know that he was a surgeon. So it means that he was not feeling safe to tell them that he lied to them, so maybe they could force him to do that job. So, you know, the reason for me to be like, maybe the Commonwealth can be a good community, it's fading away, and I'm beginning to think that not at all. Because of that situation with Yumiko's brother that I thought which was like that, but in fact no. Because of Hornsby, who is not a man that we can trust, and if into that society things are working like that, you can play with powers and people like that, it's not good at all. But also because of this Milton family, this son who has privileges, like he can have a picnic outside and is that arrogant, bad, spoiled, everything that you can say about a guy like that. It really is the old world, you know, people with privileges because they have the power and also maybe the money. I'm beginning to think that it's a rich family, you know, and maybe that's why at the beginning they had the powers and they took the lead of that community. Really the old world. Money, powers, privileges. The ones who are killing the dead for the ones who are making a picnic with their girlfriend. The Commonwealth is truly representing the old world. I'm saying that since the beginning. Not only because it's based on the rules of the old world, but also because for the show they are representing that. And I think that it's really great to have that at the end of the show, because it's reminding us how the world was before the beginning of the show. I thought that maybe it could be used by our guys, and as a conclusion for the show, you know, some of our guys coming back to the Commonwealth, some of our guys who can't be into it. Now I'm thinking that no, in fact a society like that can't exist into this world, not anymore, which means that we're gonna destroy it at some point. It's still a big community with a lot of families and all who are not involved into any war. I don't want the Commonwealth to be destroyed, you know, I want this system to be destroyed. It's not the same. So yes, the story with Leah and Darian, it's a good sign for Leah and maybe also for this group. The story into the Commonwealth, it's telling us what is really the Commonwealth, how it's functioning, and that it's bad from the inside, you know, all of this power, privileges and all, it's really bad. The story with Negan, Maggie and all, it was a good thing for their relationship, that promise, you know, that Maggie made. She's gonna keep it, at least she's gonna try, that's what she said. And Negan, he wants to do also what he's saying, so he's gonna try, he's gonna do what he's saying, and that conversation that they had, I think that Maggie is clever enough and also strong enough now to hear it and to understand it. They're never gonna be friends. again, I don't want that. I want just them to accept the presence of each other and to be able to listen each other. For now, they are listening to each other and they trust each other. To make a promise, you have to believe into the person with who you're making that promise. Alden really is gonna be my running gag of this season, like Connie was my running gag of the last season. You know my rule. Body cold, eyes closed. If I didn't see that, Alden is not dead. Or him as a dead. It would be really the only reason for me to give up on him. I won't. Until I see him like that, I won't. But really, how many episodes I'm gonna spend saying his name, like calling him? Okay, it was a good episode. It's a good preparation, you know, for the episode 8, which is gonna be, you know, the episode to close the first half of the season. I said it during my intro, it has to be with a lot of actions, tension, and also we have to lose during this episode 8 for at the end, you know, during the second half, winning and all. But first we have to lose a lot to win at the end. That's why the situation into the Commonwealth right now with Ezekiel, Princess, Eugene and all, I'm not so worried about it because I know that it's gonna be bad for sometimes, but at the end we can win. I prefer that, you know, I prefer us losing now and winning at the end than us winning now and losing at the end. It's working like that. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Crazy.